Hey, the Stacey Harris here. If you're joining me right now, you're probably watching the replay. Thanks for watching the replay. Today we're going to talk about lots of cool stuff, but specifically, sort of the heart of what I want to talk about today is all around testing and why testing is valuable, even if everything is going amazingly in your business and with your marketing. And so that is what I want to break down for you today. We will get started right at 2 p.m. Pacific time, or when this countdown reaches zeros. We'll flip over and we will get on topic. As you are joining us live, be sure to come in and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from and what's going on. To catch you up with what's happening here in the Stacey Harris land, you might notice it looks a little bit different. I'm actually on my computer camera instead of the normal camera, which is a little higher usually, and that's because I'm in a new office. Yay! So I got a new, larger office, and I'm really excited about it. There's a ton of space in here in comparison to my old office anyways. And we are going to be doing some cool stuff. We're not totally moved in yet. If you watched my Instagram stories yesterday, you saw it mostly is this office and a chair that's over in that corner, currently stacked up with the bags that these lights going. So we're gonna be officially sort of moving everything in over the weekend. But I'm really excited. Also, you may notice it sounds a little different. That's because I'm using these guys instead of my mic. You notice it's not here. It's because we're not really moved in yet. Again, things are in a bit of a transition. So I'm really excited though about the new space. We're gonna do some cool things. In fact, one of the things we're gonna be doing is next month, September 12th, we are going to be hosting a workshop right here in my offices in Irvine, California. We're going to host 4 people. We're going to have them come in. We're going to talk about mastermind. Everybody will be at hot seat time. I'm really excited about it. I'll post a link in the comments later with how you can grab your spot. This will be the first time I'm hosting one of these kinds of little sort of mastermind workshop-y kind of vibes. And I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It was one of those ideas that came to me fairly randomly. It's something I'd kind of kicked around for a while, the idea of doing someday. And I decided someday is dumb. Let's do it now. Which apparently August is my month for that, because August is also celebrating the 3rd birthday of Hit the Mic Backstage. What's cool about that is it was another idea, one of those things that I kicked around for someday for a very long time, and then was like, forget someday, let's do it now. And we launched it. We went from like, let's do it, to our launch date, I think maybe 2 weeks. In fact, August 2nd, 2015 was the first day we opened the sort of like wait list cart. Like, if you believe that this is going to be awesome, here's your chance to join us before it's legit. So August is apparently my month for just pulling ideas out. I'm really excited. Like I said, we're going to get started in about 1 minute. As you're joining me, let me know where you're watching from. But I want to talk specifically about testing today, because I think having a strategy and knowing your numbers and having all of those pieces in place so you kind of know what's happening in your business, they are the things that support you and allow you to really be in a place where you're saying, I want to try this. Let's see how it goes. And so that's what I want to talk about. And we're going to talk about some of the things specifically we're testing here at the Stacey Harris, some of the things we're testing with our agency on the agency side of things, because I want to inspire you to test some things. So I'll start with talking about kind of what we're testing and why, and then we're going to talk about sort of how we make sure we know the results we're getting are a result of a test we're doing. And so we can tie those things to an official sort of like result. Like, we know that this meant A means B. All right. So welcome to Hit the Mic TV Live. I am your host, the Stacey Harris, social media strategist and trainer. If this is your first time watching Hit the Mic TV Live, hit the comments and let me know it's your first time watching. That would be super fun. If you've watched lots of times, tell me that too. I'd like to hear that too. Either way, though, welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. I love this time. We come together every Thursday at 2 p.m. to talk marketing and business and what's happening and what you need to know. So let's talk testing. Specifically, let's talk testing in your marketing. I love sort of seeing the results of my work. And so we're a big fan around here of analytics. In fact, the whole beginning of next week, we'll be putting together client reports for our monthly reports for our agency clients. It's super fun to be able to have those conversations with them, show them kind of what's happening. And again, A results in B kind of conversations. It's really, really powerful to do. And so I really encourage you, if you're not right now, to be looking at those numbers, to be paying attention. But how does that translate to like testing things, to seeing if A becomes B, will it still result in Z, or will it become something else, or whatever? And so testing is really important. One of the things we're testing right now is, and if you're on the email list, you know this, we're actually testing the day of the week that our emails go out. And we've been doing Tuesday emails for 5 years, 6 years maybe, since way back, at least 5 years we've been doing our Tuesday morning emails. And I wanted to see kind of how we could change it up to see if we would get different results. And so this week we sent the email on a Wednesday and a little bit later than we usually do. Usually they go out about 5 a.m. West Coast time here in the States. So 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern kind of time. And this week we sent it on a Wednesday at 11 a.m. West Coast. So that's 2 o'clock East Coast time here in the States. And we did that because I wanted to see where we would have a difference. Now, we've tested on Tuesdays, different send times, but I wanted to see if the day of the week would impact. And it did substantially impact this week, not necessarily in a positive way, I'll be honest with you. We actually saw a big reduction in our open rates. We did see a really great click-through rate then. So it kind of comes down to kind of what you prefer. However, 1 week of data does not a change make. So we'll try it again next week. We'll tweak it and see what happens. Next week, we'll probably keep Wednesday, but adjust the send time. See if early Wednesday or later Wednesday can give us a different result. What I recommend doing is testing these things one thing at a time. So because I know we're testing something, we're also not producing any new content right now, except for this show right now. So the Hit the Mic podcast, which we've done 411 episodes of, 410 episodes of, we're not releasing any new ones this month because I wanted to be able to spend my time not so much in marketing of new content mode, but in preparing content for the last half of this year, and also making the changes that we want to make, and seeing what shakes out, seeing what results we get. So when you're testing things, allow yourself a little space to focus on those things. We're not sort of creating because we're reviewing. We're not going to be continuing to try to run this wheel while we see if this other wheel works, if that kind of makes sense. And so I highly recommend choosing small things to test at a time. Again, we'll do a Wednesday email again next week, but it'll be a little early. We'll probably do our regular mail time on Wednesday. Also, split testing can really help sort of speed up results. One of the things that I'm going to do is actually resend to anyone who hasn't opened the email from Tuesday on Friday. See if what we kind of get from that. So look at ways you can sort of move levers a little bit at a time to get results. The big thing I want to talk about, though, as we kind of wrap up the show here, I'm going to keep this really brief today. Testing is not just intended for a time when something's not working. It's really, really easy for us to say, oh, my email list, no one is reading those emails. Maybe I should think about sending them at a different time. No. People are opening and reading our emails and engaging with them. Can we get more people to open and read those emails? Let's see. Testing is an all the time thing. It's never going to end. And the good news is we're not testing everything at once, ever. I'm testing a few things on a couple different fronts right now because I decided to do that with August. And I've created a library of content that gives me the space to do that. I've created a foundation of business that allows me the space to do that. But when we're talking about testing things in our marketing, there's always going to be small, incremental sort of movements and changes and tweaks we can make. What I want you to remember, though, is that you don't have to wait till something feels like it's just not working to test and see how to make it different. There's always, always, always room for improvement. If you've got a 20% open rate, let's get a 30. If you got a 30, let's get a 40. If you got a 40, let's try for a 50. Will it work? If not, you go back and you go, great, maybe our subject lines will change. Maybe where can we see movement? Where can we get better traction? Where can we better be speaking with and connecting to the right people? All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Again, I want to keep this really brief. You're going to probably notice our August shows are a little shorter. Again, I'm not much for content creation for the sake of creation this month. I'm only really talking about things that are kind of what's happening right now in the business and what we're looking ahead to for the end of this year. I highly recommend you take some time to figure out what it is you'd like to test and test that out. All right. If you haven't yet joined us backstage, now's a really good time to. In fact, I just opened up a giveaway we're doing for our backstage members exclusively to celebrate the 3rd birthday of Hit the Mic Backstage. Each week this month, we're going to give away a 1-hour call with me. I think all you have to do today is post a GIF in the comments of the post in the VIP lounge around how your marketing feels right now. And I'll be choosing a winner next week. So I'm really, really stoked for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll have a new way to win next week. So now's a great time to join. Remember, you can join us for just $1. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye.